Hello everyone, it's Anasika here today, and I want to share a quick tutorial with you, and this one's about how to make an easel card. And I'm using this beautiful cardstock which has this beautiful wood grain texture. It's called Limba cardstock and it's available through Paper Issues. And I'll be using this image, which is a digi stamp by some Odd Girl. And I've already colored it with Copic markers and then added a bit of Prima crystals as an earring and then a bit of Ranger stickles to the dress as well. And these are the colors I used to color the stamp. Hope you can all see these. There we go. So let's get started by getting everything ready. First of all, you need this for the card base. And this cardstock measures 5 inches by 10. And we start by scoring it, if I can ever find my bone fold. There we go. So you start by scoring it at 5 inches. 5 inches. And then 7.5. There we go. Remove the score pal. So first of all, you need to crease the score lines. And this cardstock is quite thick, so it needs to be scored quite a lot. And then you turn this one inside, so the smaller flap goes towards the inside of the card. And I'm keeping the texture on the outside because I want to write a sentiment here. And this will be the easel to the card. You could actually use another piece here that just measures 5 by 5, and then you just adhere it to this one. But I decided to use my spellbinded eyes, and I'm using labels 1. This is the largest part, and I'll be gluing that here. And you only need to glue half of this, because whatever is here will not be glued down, because when the card is shut it will look like it's a centerpiece. So we start by doing this, and I am gonna be inking all of the edges with Prima chalk ink. This is pastel pink. So I just want to start by inking all of the edges. And I do the back as well. And I turn to the inside of the card as well. So yes, and of course I need to ink the edges of the die cut as well. At least I prefer to ink the edges. That is of course your personal preference, what you decide to do. So to make sure that this will be in the center, I'm just eyeballing it, basically trying to make these points here match the score line. I'm going to be using score tape for this because it's quite thick cardstock. Like I said, just adds adhesive to the bottom part of the card. Make that centered-ish. Like I said, I'm just eyeballing it. So that way it's only glued to the bottom half. So when it's shut, it looks like this, and when it's open, it should look like this, depending on where your stopper is, here, here, or here. So I'm going to be using a pattern paper as well. I'm using this authentic paper called Sweetness Bundle. It's called Bundle. There you go. And I've already cut this out from the smaller piece of the Labels one from Spellbinder, and I plan on using this here and keeping her at the center, and then having some flowers decorate. And I need to ink this piece up as well, just making sure that that is all, everything is ready. There we go. And we have the inside of the card. The inside of the card measures 5 by 5. So I'm going to be using this as the background for the inside. And we'll keep that at 4 7/8 and 4 7/8. We have this at 4 7/8 and 4 7/8. Start by using this, yep, and inking the edges of this one as well. Oops. And I'm going to be using my ATG gun to attach this. Getting a bit messy with my glue gun. And try and center it like that. And then I've also cut out this shape, the same as the that I'm using on the front. This is just using white cardstock, and I'm planning on keeping this here for the person to write the card. So I need to glue that down, and I'll be putting that in the center. And again, I'm just eyeballing. So where do I want? Okay, sorry about that, my battery just died, so I had to recharge it. I went ahead and glued this down to the bottom portion of the inside because I'm thinking I want this to be a bit more raised. So that is what I'm thinking. I cut a strip from the pattern paper. This is about 7/8 of an inch and 5 7/8 inch long. Sorry. And I inked it with the same ink and then added this pretty ribbon on top. And now I'm going to glue this to the top portion of the part where you can write the message. Let's take this backing off tape. And then I plan on having this just over the place where you can write your message. So you should be able to have the card standing like that. I also punched out 3 butterflies using my Martha Stewart punch. I'm just going to use my brush to make these butterflies a little more three-dimensional. So they get a bit more life, not completely flat like that. I'm going to be placing one here. Just going to be using my glossy accent for the center. And just press down a little bit, wait for it to dry. And you have this butterfly here, and I'm thinking I'll add a crystal to the center, like so. I'm going to put another one here as well at the bottom, and again using glossy accents. I'm just pressing down so that it dries completely. Okay. And adding Prima crystal there as well. So that's basically the inside of the card, and space for your sentiment, and then let's finish the cover. I've already cut this out from the die cut machine. Now I'm just going to glue that to the front portion. There we go. Make sure that's in the center of the die cut. So it looks like that, sorry. It looks like that. Just going to peel off the backing. Of the Diggy image. And I'm going to put that in the center, like so. And I plan on decorating it with these flowers from Wild Orchid Crafts, really pretty ones. So I'm going to start with the largest flower, which I'm placing here. Put some adhesive on the back. And just adding the flower here. And the plan was to have these peeking through. I might just have to cut these a bit more. Plan was to have these peeking from the sides, like so. And I finished decorating the cover of the card, and this is how it looks like when it's open. And when you close it, this is what it looks like. So I adhered these this large rose from Wild Orchid Crafts, and then tap these two ones under here and on top as well. Added the third butterfly here and give it a center as well, and then added a few more of these white ones. And then I also added these Prima Crystal hearts as well. One is peeking in here, one is peeking from there, and then at the top. This is quite simple to make, so basically you can make this in any size. Just make sure that if you have it 5, it needs to be 10 on the length, or 6 by 12, or 4 by 8 on the length. So hope you enjoyed this little tutorial of mine, and thanks for stopping by.